Hey, it's Bill, and you're tuned into an impromptu episode of Three Questions and a Song. It is going to be episode number 73. For those of you time travelers, it got released yesterday. We're going with it. My name is Bill, and we're going to be chatting with three members of the band Skies of Terra. And there they are.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
Hello.
Hola.
Oh, no Spanish.
Can't do that. You have to pay extra for that.
Nah, it's one of the classes I teach, so I'd rather just avoid it right now. All right, so being impromptu, we're all going to be real prepared for this. But we're here. Kind of, they were trying to do something, and I needed a guest, and now we're doing it together.
Surprise. Yep.
So you guys are releasing an EP tomorrow or like midnight. Called The Party Is Over, 5 tracks.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
And you wanted to talk about it and have some interaction. So hopefully those people that are popping on live right now will start commenting on the videos, and we'll get some interaction with them. But until then, let me ask you one of my off-the-wall questions, since Liam said he liked them.
No.
It's not that bad. So back in, I think it was November, I went and did a photo shoot for a band from Michigan in Katanning at Club Radioactive. And they were all excited about eating pizza that the club owner brought them from a little chain store. And I made a comment about they could have eaten from a mom and pop store because there's plenty of them and they're much better. So my question is, being in a band, what is the best pizza you've ever had, either at a gig or before or after a gig?
That's hard for me personally, because I don't think I've never eaten before a gig because I scream a lot and like I feel like it's all going to come back up. So I try not to eat. So
you're not a Guar tribute band then?
No, definitely not.
We should be. That'd be awesome.
That would be sick. But like, I don't know, like pizza for me, I don't know. I don't even think I've had any food even after a gig, have we?
I don't remember our shows at all. I don't even know.
We haven't played at Brandy's Basement, but they have amazing pizza there.
I'm lactose intolerant, so I definitely could not eat before a show, or else it would be an emergency exit.
I was gonna say something about the drummer, but
yeah,
Dylan got one of those.
The drummer loves pizza. The drummer of Skies of Terra loves pizza, right?
He's definitely real. Yeah,
he does.
He'll join later.
No, I'm here.
No, I'm here.
Is he? Where is he? Is he behind you? He's clearly close.
Far from your heart.
He's in spirit.
He's never far from your heart.
Yeah.
I had to program him in. Like always.
I did an episode of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. I interviewed a band called the Bloody Seamen. Are you familiar with that band?
No, it's a great name though.
Well, they dress as pirates, and they're a sloppy punk band, and they go to pirate games and sing in the stands, and they have the whole pirate metal punk sloppy thing going. But I was talking to their lead singer, and then one of the other members was in a different room, and I couldn't see him, but he had a mic. And while I was interviewing the lead singer, he was yelling at me using pirate slang, and that one went about. Yeah, that episode went about 20 minutes, and that was back when the show was like 4 hours long.
Wow!
I couldn't hold it together.
Scallywag.
You scallywag.
All right, so the EP. It's coming. I heard you say it's coming out on Bandcamp tonight at midnight. Where else is it headed, and when do you think it'll arrive?
So throughout tomorrow, it's going to come out on YouTube with like a visualization for each one. And then in the coming weeks, it's going to be on Spotify, iTunes, Google, like all of the streaming places. We were just pretty horrible at getting like timing going, but we didn't want to like delay anything. Justin and I did a podcast episode with God Hates Unicorns, and they chose our release date. So I felt like I want to hold it, you know.
What?
Yeah, God Hates
I was
Unicorns.
not aware of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
I
chose
know.
it. We did not.
Yeah, he was
It
like,
could have came out today. 2222.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he said
Now we have some people popping in.
oh,
he
we
said
got
February
Chris Bell.
3rd.
Hello, Chris and Sean.
Chris and Sean. What up, what up, what up?
The Chris
Sean
guy
from-
sounds familiar.
Chris from Skies of Terra, but Sean
Bell.
from Prime 8, who just won the semifinal round of now I can't remember the name of the show. That's terrible. They just won the semifinal round of a I can't remember the name of it. They went to Scranton. Come on, Sean, type it in the chat.
Tell us
Is it-
now.
Tell us.
The reason it's terrible is because I interviewed Prime 8 recently about it, and I interviewed the guy who runs the contest like 2 weeks before.
That's fine.
Again, I was 18 when Liam
Family
was born,
Feud.
so
Was it Family
These things
Feud?
happen.
no, it's The Big Break. That's it. The Big Break.
I've never heard.
I've not heard of.
Ew, I'm dying.
I'm still trying to get on Global Guts.
I don't know what that is. What
Do
is
you
that?
have it good?
Yeah.
All right, so the album artwork is behind me, and it was on the screen at the very beginning of the show before we came on. Who was the artist behind that artwork?
LDB.
LDB, aka Justin Townsend, aka the Screaming Guy, aka Trash.
That's right.
It is pretty solid work, though. I like it.
This guy gets
Yeah.
it.
Golden garbage bag.
The walking garbage bag,
I said golden.
golden garbage bag.
Mhm.
Asterisk. Oh yeah, so it's kind of funny about the album art. Justin made a version of it and I loved it, and then I had trouble trying to get him to just like it. So like I don't know. This is like a different version of it. There's like a different version of the album art somewhere on the internet, I think.
It's somewhere on the internet, but it's lost forever because it was inside of the contents of a hard drive that had to be wiped completely clean. So that is like it's either somewhere on the interwebs or it's just straight up gone forever. So I had to start it again, and that's when that one behind you was made.
Mhm.
I was really upset about it. It took forever to kind of get it right.
See, now I'm trying to decide if I might have it, so I'm going to look.
Hello, Chris.
I know we have like single artwork because there's artwork for Salt of the Earth and Worlds Collide. But yeah, we kept it like visually conceptual with like space and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I have a great big yellow house in the sky image and a vice grips
awesome.
image,
Yeah,
Oh man,
but I don't have the other one.
that old
Boo.
2019.
eons ago.
Yeah,
I kind of wanted to see what it looked like because I just straight up forget and I don't remember at all.
Well, I don't seem to have it unless I upload it to the website, which is a possibility. I'll check later.
Chris Dodson, what up, man?
So Chris Dotson he owns Wolf's Customs. They do custom finishes on instruments. You can find him at wolfscustoms.online. and he sponsors the radio station on Build the Scene, which is buildthescene.com/radio.
Very nice.
Check that out.
That is a strong middle name, Thunderwolf.
Mhm.
I wish my name was Thunderwolf.
Wait, his wife's name is Raven.
That's my niece's name. That's awesome.
There's a little bit of Native American there.
Kind of look like
Oh, yeah,
Nightwolf
I don't have
on
that.
Mortal Kombat.
You know who else's name is Raven? The wrestler.
Yes. Except he was more of a grunge type guy than.
Yeah, he was for sure.
All right, so the album art was done by Justin. What was the writing process like on this EP?
Terrible, horrible.
Okay, yeah. Now that
It
it's
wasn't
done,
that bad.
It wasn't that bad. It's just I think it's more so the fact that I think we still do everything backwards as like compared to every other band. Like how do we usually end up like having something like it starts with like a riff, or then it starts off as like a whole song, and then we try to write lyrics to it and then come up with like a vocal cadence to it, and then the spice rack gets added to it. So with that being said, like I just think that like the process, it probably takes longer than it should, but it works for us. And I don't know. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying anymore.
It's not a terrible
no.
experience. It's just a little tedious the way we work with things.
That's probably the best way
Especially
to
with
say
the
it.
programming aspects of it, and I don't know. We do a lot
Like
of digital stuff using Neuro DSP and the Line 6, whatever you have,
Yeah.
HD 500.
I think you think it's more so like adding certain things and certain sounds than it is of like actually writing something.
Dumb is a good point.
So far, Justin
Being a
hated
hater.
making the art and hated writing the songs. That's about right.
I'm a hateful guy.
That's why there's all this screaming and whatnot.
Yeah, it's all the angst
Mm-hmm.
from
But
just
yeah, I
the
don't know.
writing process.
I think, see, I'm a huge fan of the band Deftones. So they are very like mood oriented. And I think I'm a fan of like how they, looking at processes that they've done over the years with like their past albums, they've had like problems with each other or just analytical in the world, or maybe their relationships. And that's the kind of person that I am. I like to, whatever's going on in my life or around me influences the kind of soundtrack I'm writing to. And I feel like the same goes for all of us. We all have like these different elements to add. And, I like the track Salt of the Earth. There's a demo that only has the chorus done by Justin. And then there's,
I do not listen to
Oh.
haters.
That's funny. Just for that, I'm going to change this filter. There we go. That's not even good enough. But yeah, so, there's a demo, Salt of the Earth, that is kind of a lot different than what came out of it. And that sort of track, like, sets the bar for everything else. And then by the time everybody else gets the song, we're like listening to it on like the drive while we're at work or
God,
whatever's going on. And
get out of here, Steve. You're not welcome here.
who's Steve? What up, Steve?
He's the coworker I warned you about. He's crazy.
He's crazy.
That's hilarious. But yeah, I like to write a lot of stuff. I like to like demo things out. So like in 2020, I just made a couple demos. I would send them to the guys. And among the demos that survived were Salt of the Earth and Cloud Chaser. And then later that summer, I started with Worlds Collide. And we just kind of like the guys work with me really well. Like, it's not for me to try and like lead the charge, but like I like to hear like these full sounding little demos and create off that. And so, you know, Justin will listen to them. Liam, he like set up at home, try and like listen to the tracks and try and write to them. And then we'll come to practice, or, you know, practice is basically us like writing and recording. We record a lot on the spot because we're able to. And then we'll just sort of put the tracks together and figure out, all right, how do we freshen this up? How do we get the process going? And because it took such a long time and everyone was going through so much different stuff, it started to become very tedious. Not that it was anyone's fault, like life happened, you know, like Chris had a baby, Liam got a lot of different like job opportunities that he was trying to focus on. We just all were like in different places but still wanted the same thing. And I think the only track that I feel that comes off in is Salt of the Earth. Like if there's any song that I would pick out of our entire catalog that I would change, it would probably be that one. But it also sets the mood for the tone, because like The Party's Over is supposed to, you know, have to do with like society and like a little bit of the fracturedness that was taking place. So I kind of don't mind that. But yeah, Justin actually like came up with the whole concept with The Party's Over thing, and I just fell in love with it.
So, when you guys were on your, we'll call it your practice run earlier, John asked you what your favorite part of the EP was, and I think that I'm going to ask that also.
That's
Cool.
fine.
I guess I'll go first real quick, but I think my favorite part of the EP is Cloud Chaser, because I really want to like bridge this gap between like hardcore and pop punk and metal, and sort of like give it these fun riffy kind of sounds like Paramore and the band Anne Berlin, Envy on the Coast, even the band Altaview. You know, Dom Bushi is in Altaview. I was introduced him from Justin and just fell in love with his music, and we got him to feature on that song. So Cloud Chaser is definitely my favorite one because it has these elements that I just can't even speak of until you hear it. I don't know. It's just my favorite.
Oh, that's the song we're going to feature on the episode, correct?
Yes, it is actually.
And Chris actually said something. He said, I think we hammered Salt of the Earth so much it just got old. And
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fine tuning to the point where you kind of grow to not hate the song, but you're tired of it. I'm tired of hearing all the different nuances that might sound better, might not.
Yeah.
A lot of experimenting there.
I came to find that
I'm going next.
I came to find that I enjoy playing Salt of the Earth live with the guys rather than actually listening to the song. So
Yeah.
It's more of an experience, you know?
Yeah.
Steve, come on, man. Can't be trolling my boys. My favorite part of the EP is the final song, WYB, With Your Blood. Because I've been talking to Cletus and Justin about the kind of music I want to write, just something stupid heavy for no reason. And these guys are like, oh, check this out. We've already wrote it. And I'm listening to them like, you bastards are hiding this from me. There's no way we can't have this on the EP. And so writing for that was still fun. I did have to warn them, Steve.
Yeah.
That was just a fun song to work on. Everything was a blast, and I think it's a great finale for the EP.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna be incredibly biased and say it's gonna be WYB for sure, because that's like a part of like my brainchild. Since I can't play any instrument whatsoever because
Yeah,
I
tell 'em about
have like the worst, like I have the worst patience in the world when it comes to those things. My screen went black. But I told Cleus, I said I have this riff idea in my head. And he was like, all right, so how does it go? I said, I grabbed the guitar and I said, it goes dun 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 dun.
You wrote that?
He did.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
We were literally sitting in the dark room where he's sitting. I was sitting in that chair where he's sitting. He was sitting next to me. And I got out my 7-string and we didn't want to like overthink the riff. It's just, I don't know. There's like huge fan of like groove metal, and it just it's a little bit different from the stuff on Lunar. And then there were a couple variations in the song that switched up, and then by the time Liam got on it, he was just like, yeah, let me just hammer at this, and we just started messing around with stuff. It was also a hard song to write too, in my opinion.
I think it was more so of a hard song to write lyrics to, but like the instrumental part, like that was just simple because we just threw a bunch of stuff into it and it worked. And it sounded amazing after it was all said and done.
Bye, Steve.
Have a good night.
Good night.
But it's either going to be With Your Blood or it's going to be the chorus to Worlds Collide, because I'm still stuck on that chorus, like for sure.
It was kind of funny with Worlds
That
Collide too. Yeah, I think I still have like the clips. I took my microphone in the basement at the time, and
Sorry, it's Chris's answer to the question.
yeah, I was just seeing that. Yeah, real quick, let me veer off. Cloud Chaser, I felt was going to be like kind of a hard sell. But yeah, I think I like that. I like to sort of have people be like, I don't know about this one. And then like a couple listens, like you're like, yep, it's stuck in my head now. Like that's kind of what I'm shooting for. But that was like sort of the same concept with Worlds Collide. That sort of has like it kind of reminded me of like 90s music, how 90s rock choruses were. And when I sent it to the guys, they were just like, dude, are you freaking serious? And I was just like, I guess so. And they were like, yeah, this is it. Like literally like that chorus that's recorded on the EP is like the one that I just like randomly like went in my basement, recorded, and I was gonna re-record it, but I just never did. Like that's just what stuck. So kind of helped set the bar for like, the lighter tunes of the EP.
Almost.
I tell you what. So let's take a moment and listen to Cloud Chaser, and we'll come back and let you tell me a little story about it, and we'll ask a couple more questions. And for those of you that are watching live, you're not actually going to hear the song right now because YouTube and Facebook would mute the video, and that kind of defeats the purpose. So what you'll have to do is keep an eye on buildthescene.com over the next 2 days or so, and watch for this guy's Terra EP to show up on the front of the website. You'll be able to click on there. You can listen to the episode with the song in it. So with that said, we're going to pretend we can listen to it, and we're going to come back in.
Sweet.
Okay, so that was...
Wasn't it beautiful?
So that was Cloud Chaser by Skies of Terra, who are hanging out with me
What's
tonight.
up, Mark?
Oh, what up, Mark?
I don't know, Mark.
I don't know
Hi.
who Mark is either. But yeah.
If you went to the Haven State show, you would have met him. Come on, guys.
I think I have some Haven State music.
Oh, they're
Double
so
check.
good.
I think I do.
I fanboy so hard
New
for
Haven
them.
State. That New Haven State is seriously like personally like one of the best albums I've heard in a long time, and I'm surprised people aren't talking about that more. Like, what a gem! I'm so serious.
Yeah, they wrote like really beautiful music. Like my God.
Yeah.
Can't wait to play with them. Hopefully,
Yep.
sometime.
Hopefully.
I thought I had Haven State music. I don't see any. Let me check my other folder real quick. Parts.
I feel like you guys have played Finite before.
I really thought I did, but well, in my defense, I did have a hard drive crash, so it may have been on that.
Ooh.
Or I think they might have, if they're not still part of DI Records. Is that correct? Does that sound familiar?
I don't know.
Or maybe I heard of them from Dakota. I can't remember, but I definitely have heard of them, and I thought I had some of their music, but I'm not finding it. So anyway,
Fantastic.
So Mark, if you want to send some music my way, let me know. I'll tell you how to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let me ask another off the wall question. More off the wall than the pizza question. So you're walking down the street after the end of one of your shows, and you walk past the DeLorean with its door up, nobody around, and it has a flux capacitor in it. What band are you going back in time to follow around?
It's not going to be Korn. I'll tell you that right now. It's not going to be Korn.
Oh,
It was Build the Scene where Justin said that. That's funny.
Yeah, you're welcome. A band back in time.
that's interesting.
I
Liam,
I
I
don't
thought I
know.
broke you there for a second.
You can't break me. I'm always broken. I'm gonna go with a weird answer. I'm gonna go with the Scorpions.
Oh yeah.
They're an interesting group. I feel like they've seen some stuff.
You've seen some stuff. Yeah, I can see that.
I like to follow them.
I think I would. I just gotta say, whoever was in Michael Jackson's backing band live in the 80s is some of the most fascinating stuff I've seen.
You know, Eddie Van Halen recorded with him, right?
Yes.
Yep, one take, man.
Yeah, man.
That's such a crazy solo to do in one take.
I'd probably go with Motley Crue only for one reason. It's because I watched The Dirt on Netflix like probably 4 or 5 times. And I love it. I love that movie.
I've said this a bazillion times on my shows about that. I felt left down by that movie because I feel like it had to be way worse than what the movie portrayed.
I feel like
yeah,
it was
for sure. Oh yeah.
But like just imagine being the fly on the wall in those situations. Like I don't know, it's either we're gonna get like shot or we're gonna get arrested or like I don't know. Like I got a contact cocaine high from watching that movie.
Chris said Queen. I can agree with
Queen
that.
is a good answer.
Fair.
It took me a while to watch what was the name of the documentary about Queen?
Was it
Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah.
And like when I finally did watch it, I watched like the second half of it 3 times before I caught the first half. So like I watched from the middle on 3 times, and then I finally found it at the beginning on TV.
Right.
Yeah, that's a
I gotcha.
But I kept going back
it's a
to
great
it because
movie.
I wanted to see it.
It is a really good movie.
I still haven't seen that movie yet.
We should
It's
all
really
get together
good.
and watch it.
We should all have like a pajama party.
Yeah. I'm in my long johns right now.
You'd see the regret as soon as he said it.
Yeah. Just imagine folks at home.
Imagine dragons.
Just imagine dragons.
Imagine those dragons, bro.
Imagine.
You have to wonder where that band name came from. Like,
Can you imagine?
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's an interesting band name.
dragons are involved.
An 8 Mile
8 Mile
Sleepover Party. You guys are
Yeah,
gonna watch
that's
Eminem?
overdue. That's long overdue.
I hate
True.
that I hate that I'm gonna admit this, but I love that movie.
What, 8 Mile?
That's a good
Dude, I
movie.
love 8 Mile too.
Yeah, I hear it's great.
You've never watched 8 Mile, have you, Liam?
That's what sparked that.
Liam?
I haven't watched it. You guys were calling each other different names of characters in the chat, and I have no idea who you're talking about.
That's true.
So I'll accept the fact that I'm Cheddar Bob. I'll accept
you
that.
would shoot
I
yourself
don't
in,
even know
in
what
the
that
groin.
means.
Shoot myself in the leg with my own gun.
Oh, Dom, no.
Dom said that Liam is a juggalo.
Whoop whoop.
Ew, don't say that.
You know,
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
the
Oh.
Juggalos have come up a couple times in the last couple of weeks. But
What a passionate fan base.
I will give them that. And the other thing I will give them is when I worked at Kennywood and they would show up on the spur of the moment and not tell anyone they were coming. That was it was both the worst day and the best day at the park. It was the worst because things went down while they were there. And it was the best because I didn't have to stay there until 1 a.m. because the park closed early because they were there.
That's always a good time.
Yeah.
But
You know
all
it.
right, next question. This is the official Build the Scene podcast question. Who is your Dave Grohl? In other words, who do you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their original songs?
Oh God.
Dun, 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 dun,
Here,
dun,
while you're
dun.
thinking of that, we're gonna bring Mark's question up. Where do you even find Fago anymore?
Oh,
feel like I've seen
man.
that recently.
Giant Eagle.
Giant
Shop and
Eagle.
Save, maybe?
Yeah, you can still find it at
Giant
Giant
Eagle.
Eagle and Shop and Save.
I don't know if you have a
Justin,
free
you go
ticket.
first since you're a pure vocalist and it's easier.
Like the band has to perform. Like,
Right,
What,
like
like you're
You know, like
Oh.
how they pulled someone out of the crowd and they perform with them.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I would probably go with Loathe by Left to Suffer. I'd probably do that. It's a fun one. Very easy for me.
I'm going to say Icarus Lives from Periphery because me and Liam have seen them live. And
Oh, yeah, we have.
they're amazing.
Are we picking a song and a group?
Yeah, why not?
Oh God.
I mean, they
Oh,
added that
no.
part of it, but you can't
I
not
did-
do it now.
Yeah. Chris said Chester Bennington.
Easy. Conspiracy by Paramore.
What a good song.
The answer is right there. It's right
It's
there.
right there.
It's literally right there. Paramore, me and Liam love
One of the
Paramore.
greatest bands of all
And-
time. I will fight anybody that disagrees.
I will fight you. Yeah, that's for sure.
Me? Why?
Goodbye, Mark.
Have a good night, Mark.
I did not hit her.
I did not.
I did not.
I did not have relations. Terrible.
Let's get back to the EP for a moment. Where'd you guys record it? I'm assuming you recorded it as a band and didn't go somewhere. Like you used your own.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did it all here.
Liam, it looks like you're pointing at Bill like we recorded it at his house.
I'm trying, man. The angles are hard.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
backwards.
relearning my fingers.
I mean, a few years ago, I would have had most of what you needed, but my big mixer
That way.
is now in Ohio. So
Oh. Ohio's for lovers.
We recorded everything here at my house. Like I literally have just
Almost everything. Hold on.
have like
True.
oh no.
Oh, geez.
That thing there, that thing there, that thing there. I have
Give the audience a vertigo.
pretty much like everything here besides the stuff that like Cletus and Liam end up having to bring over, which is just pretty much our guitars and maybe a pedal or two.
We used one of these.
You just have that ready.
I
He
just
has
have
it.
it sitting here.
All right, that sparks another question. What was your favorite piece of equipment that you used while you were recording the EP?
Cool. Probably
That
the
right
Pod.
there. This right there.
The Pod HD 500X.
Yep.
This bad boy right here.
Oh yeah, and the Mark Holcomb PRS signature 7-string that was specifically used on
Ooh,
Cloud Chaser.
It is a great guitar.
Yeah.
Except for when it's not, but it's a great guitar.
And what is that? The Behringer? I can't remember what model that is.
What?
The microphone?
Your microphone.
That's Sennheiser E935.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we recorded everything from home. Like, we're a DIY band, and then we sent the stems over to Gus Wallner from You Think Music.
I know who Gus is.
Yep. He,
From
He does a great job.
my introduction to Gus was 9-Stitch Method and Patrick.
mm-hmm. Yeah, he does a great job with their stuff. And I mean, like, as you know, 9-Stitch Method is a backing track band too. So
Yep.
like big influence to work with him and all. But yeah, we like, that's the one thing about this EP is we, over a year or so, we just kept accumulating stuff like on WYB With Your Blood. Liam is using the Axe Effects for some lead guitar stuff, which we're gonna use more of that on the album whenever we like start working on that. We have a lot of like neural DSP stuff that we haven't used on the album, I don't believe. I mean, it might be on one track, but there's like certain things that we've used sporadically on the album. A lot of the HD 500X is on there. But yeah, for the most part, we just lay down our stuff and then we do a process called the spice rack. So we have like, there's a lot of violins and cello and a lot of different like symphonic sounds and layers all across the EP. So we would kind of like piece those things in there, like puzzle pieces to like fill them up and just make sure like everything sounds as good as possible. We were trying to shoot for a better quality than Lunar. Like Lunar was like a really odd project.
Wasn't really, I wouldn't call it odd. It was just,
No,
we
it's completely homemade.
Yeah, we just dealt with what we had. You dealt with what you had, basically, put it that way. And we just went with it.
Yeah, if we can keep going at this trend where we get better equipment and better knowledge of how to use it, then I don't know. I think we're just gonna keep putting out releases that are better than the last. We're kind of finding our mojo right now.
Yep.
So this kind of brings up sort of a personal question for me. Did Tony's mixer end up on the EP at all?
It did
No.
not, no.
Oh, you were
We are
supposed to
fine.
lie to me.
Oh,
My bad.
well, I know for like we still have it. It hasn't been used yet. But I think, probably should just see like if what we can use it for the album's sake. Because unfortunately, like we have a mixer now, but it's like we only use it just for like. I mean, we don't use it to its full potential yet. Like there's effects on it that we haven't even like touched on. Then there's also like a bunch of levels that we haven't touched on yet. So, I mean, just going into that realm, we haven't gone down that road yet. But I think more so like once we go ahead and start thinking of ideas for the album and what direction we want to go to with this album, I think we're going to try and implement more of these tools that we have and we just haven't touched yet.
We accumulated a lot, and believe it or not, like in the last year, like there's like 30 plus songs. I feel like it's safe to say like we have like a lot of different sounds that like span across like hardcore, pop punk, clean stuff, like real ambient stuff. And then like some songs that we wanted to be on the EP, but we decided to like hold them back a little bit. And then of course we're gonna keep writing. I assume like I don't know, Liam is a riff machine, even though he won't say it. I just like to come up with a lot of different stuff. And I think once I want to revisit like acoustic guitar stuff like we did on Lunar. And using like the mixer to like add more organic room type things are probably going to be more of a goal for the album. But yeah, this EP is just to sort of show, it's kind of like what we've accumulated so far. And, people can expect even better than this. So that's really like a lot of the point of us trying to get this stuff going, like Skies of Terra is kind of like a different kind of band project. We're in it for the art rather than worrying about all these other different things. Like we just want to put content out. We just want to put jams out. We're all like huge fans of different music. So,
so I have another fairly important question before I pop a surprise in on you guys. So, Justin, what does Chris hold over you that you keep going on his show and eating all that crap?
Oh, man.
Beautiful. Let's hear it.
Oh man, like I don't know, man. I'm a glutton for punishment. Like,
so I mean, you clearly are not comfortable at all when you're there.
No, I'm not. I'm a very picky eater, and like everybody knows this. So, okay, so what triggered this question? Was it like the Hot Ones episode?
I actually haven't watched that one yet.
Okay,
please.
So, Jesus.
Oh God.
So they know I'm a very picky eater. They know this, and they know for a fact my reactions are going to be 100% authentic. I'm a huge baby man when it comes to like things I don't like eating. Like, what was it? The last one that we had, I forget what it was. It was like fermented goat cheese inside of an olive or something. See, there's Chris there. So
look who it is.
You asked what brought the question on. That's what brought it on.
Okay, so
here I am.
You summoned
what
him.
did we eat? What did we eat? Not this last episode, but the episode before that. It was like fermented goat cheese inside of an olive or something like that.
Oh, dude, I don't remember, but it was god awful.
Whatever it was, like
what just happened to Cletus?
What is he doing?
I don't want to talk about
it's Spider-Man.
Goat cheese in the freaking olive. Like that was so horrible. Like I can't.
Hey, Chris, turn your phone horizontally, please.
Gotcha.
So this was probably that was probably the third or fourth time that I think it was the third time I was on that show. And every time it just gets worse. It gets worse and worse every time. There's not going to be a fourth. I will tell you that now because I'm going to either throw up or
yes, there will be.
Haven't you already thrown up?
Move to a different state.
What are you doing on Saturday?
Not going on your show, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
Come on,
the
Justin.
Hot Ones was
You're
probably
gonna turn him down on a live show.
The Hot Ones was probably the worst one because again, I'm a very picky eater. I know what I like and I know what I don't like. One of the things I don't like is hot foods. I don't mess with hot sauce at all. Period. And leading up to this, I'm like,
I used to, but as I pointed out to you guys earlier, I'm old and that doesn't work anymore.
I can't do it. I literally can't do it. So I said to everybody, I'm like, I cannot do hot food. It's like, oh, no, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Well, guess what? I couldn't even finish. However, that man right there scarf down like 8 out of 10 wings,
Yeah.
like an animal, and then that guy over here, I felt like the Brady Bunch, like we're just pointing at each other.
How did you get
This
it right
guy-
the first time?
He called off.
I never
work.
get it right. That's why you don't see me point.
He called off work the day after because he had such a
Oh, it
horrible.
ruined my stomach.
He had a
Oh my
horrible
God.
day.
It was brutal.
That Pain 100 gave me nightmares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty bad. But for the people who don't know, the baby was having a rough night as far as screaming goes. So I had to wait to jump in here till we got her to bed.
Right.
Yeah.
And I thought you were going to say, for the people who don't know, we're talking about grubs with chubs.
Oh yeah,
Because I never really did say that.
no, but thank you, I appreciate that.
Now's your time, Chris.
Yeah, but we there's a good picture.
I'm actually wearing the same shirt. Look at that. This is me. This is me literally the next morning, and I sent this to these guys.
And that is
Yeah.
that's now my contact. That's my contact picture for him. Like whenever he calls, that picture pops up on my phone.
That's great.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I
Look
shouldn't
at
have
the pain
done
in his
that.
face.
I shouldn't have done that.
I'm still upset that you haven't made it your Facebook profile picture yet.
I mean,
But yeah, so yeah, I have a show, Grubs with Chubs, and we had the whole band on for a Hot Ones tribute episode. It was gnarly, to say the least. If you haven't checked it out, we're specifically talking about the album or the new EP and all things Skies of Terra on the show. So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Did,
it was a good
did
time.
anybody
tried
get to look
to.
in that camera and that camera and
No, we didn't
see?
because we were too busy crying.
God.
Yeah,
Then your host failed you because he's supposed to tell you that at the end.
Oh man,
I
was getting
gave up.
flashbacks I never knew I had.
We were in such pain by the end. I barely got my tagline out, and we were just like, enough, just cut it.
dude, like by the 8th chicken wing, I was just like, this is not okay. Like this is not. It's not
Because
normal.
you scarfed him down to the bone like an animal.
Listen, all right, Gary Vaynerchuk did it. I wanted to do it too.
I drank so much milk, my stomach was.
Fair enough.
That was the
may-
other thing.
that was
Yeah.
probably your problem.
Yeah, I was thirsty, man.
That was the other thing. If you watch
Something
the
had to
video-
stop it. Something had to stop it.
If you watch the video, I like don't even look at the water or milk. I'm just like, no.
As much as the three of us were freaking out, I felt the worst for Liam because he literally just sat in the same chair for like a half an hour with the worst look on his face. Like, if he was going to move, he was going to cry.
Dude, I couldn't move. It actually hurt to move. That was a bad time. I'm never doing that
I
again.
just remember pacing and being on live and just talking to no one.
See, it sounds like
Oh my God.
it sounds like it was a great band bonding moment, and you guys should do it again with different flavors.
How about we don't, Bill? How about we
How
don't?
don't we just do like an episode where we do good food?
How about we do
Just a
that?
bunch of bros hanging out, eating. I don't know. sushi or something.
I have to tell you, when I do watch them, I used to watch them all live, but my schedule has been screwed up. Apparently, someone is on my Build the Scene page telling us hello right now.
I just saw that.
It's probably Jonna.
Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Scene.
Mr. Scene.
But anyway, my kids will walk by when you guys are eating, and my son all the time goes, "Why? And he just walks out of the room.
My son called me a savage. It was great. I was so happy. He was like, "Why did you do that?" You'll understand one day.
And the episode that you had the pickled pig's feet on, I made all my kids come see that. Because every time they ask me what we're eating for dinner, I tell them pickled pig's feet. So I want them to see what I look like.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm good.
But-
Yeah, I'm gooch on all that.
Unfortunately, I have to keep doing it.
Oh,
I mean, you're
sucks
kind of
to be
in
you.
control. You could change the premise,
I'm trying.
except after that came out of my mouth, I realized who's really in control, and it's not the person on the camera.
Nope.
Yeah.
Never really is. No one's ever really in control.
It's usually the person that is telling us what's going on.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Jeez.
I thought Liam was going to add something there.
Oh no, there was like
He's just doing the Jedi mind trick on us.
You will forget this episode existed.
I'm trying really hard not to point out that I told Chris that I would come on. Just did it.
Oh, I still remember.
He's gonna hold you to that.
You gotta pick the worst food.
See, the
absolute
problem is
worst. Actual
you
mud.
gotta make it work around the other
Actual
50,000
mud.
things I'm doing.
But what was the one episode where you guys had like the stinkiest fish?
Oh, the
I saw
30
that
from
one.
They look terrible.
Yeah, dude, I could smell it through the screen. Like that's terrible. I was like, man, don't call me for that.
Yeah, that one was pretty brutal. I mean, I could smell it throughout the house and like out in the back on the patio for probably a week.
That's
It was-
horrible.
It was the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life.
You shouldn't be able to smell foods after they've been like out of your premise for more than a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no good.
Well, I don't want to take over with Grubs with Chubs talk. So let's get back into this guy's Terra stuff.
Well, I actually have one more thing, and that's
Oh god.
have you thought about writing a song after you guys have been on Grubs with Chubs together with the bad episode to get that actual angst into the music?
I feel like we would create a new genre where it was just music over gagging sounds.
Gagging, vomiting.
Yeah,
Sludge
Bladder.
core.
sludge core.
Nausea core.
Oh man. The only thing I want to do after that episode is just crawl up and I don't know, disappear forever.
It's called
That
Bismol
food's
core.
terrible.
Bismol core.
Bismol core.
Yeah, like
So pink is the new black.
Basically, yeah. On Wednesdays we drink pink. Wait.
Wait, are we talking about food-related musical
pep-
genres, and we're not talking about apple core?
Oh,
Oh, come on, guys, come on.
woo, we said
Wow.
that. We said that. You said that for all of them, all those people out there. You said that.
I feel like that just made the entire time I've known Liam worth it.
I'm glad somebody enjoyed it.
I don't think Justin is okay.
Nausea core for the win. The party isn't over.
Justin is not allowed to reply on food takes anymore, so he could just sit there quietly.
You're just mad because I know how to eat ramen noodles properly.
Bro, don't even start.
You
Stop
mean
bringing up things
Anyway,
from 2 years
you mean,
ago.
you mean in a dorm room?
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Eating
still
the
talking
Reese's
about
with the paper is the best idea that I've ever come up with. Because you don't get chocolate on your fingies, Chris.
No one respond to him.
Yeah, actually, just kick him out. Actually,
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, I could just remove him.
he's gone.
Yeah.
He's still available.
What is this?
Pops in every now and then.
Bro.
That was a warning.
Yep.
I mean, I could also throw things at you like
Oh, whoa.
and that.
Oh,
Ooh.
hold on, found it.
See, now you need to figure it out again.
It's like that Spider-Man meme with the Spider-Man pointing at them.
I don't know, man. It's too hard.
Yeah, I can.
All right, so it definitely is John on the build the scene because she says that I do that to her too. When we're live on Friendly Fire, I'll just randomly move her on the screen.
That's hilarious.
It's too much power for one man.
Yeah.
Well, like earlier when Cletus was talking and I made it just Cletus like that.
I saw him visibly get uncomfortable.
Did you see it? I was.
You're like, yeah, I'm talking about this EP. Just gonna kind of creep over here.
But, well, I feel like I want to keep going because Chris just popped on, but I'm also looking at the fact that we've been on for 56 minutes.
Yeah,
and the last 10 minutes have been about somebody else's show.
Don't mind me.
So, Chris, I kind of popped up most of your answers when you were in chat, but I don't think you answered the Chris Grohl question. I think you said it used to be Chester Bennington, which means that there has to be somebody else if it used to be.
Oh man, that's tough. No. I mean, it would probably be like a pop star like Bruno Mars or Justin Timberlake at this point. Because like all my favorites are pretty much like dead. Or not in bands anymore. So yeah.
Well, we do have a DeLorean at our disposal. Somebody left it sitting on the street with the door open.
Yeah.
You still hop in, bro.
I'm hopping in the DeLorean. Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, I love Cletus's answer of Michael Jackson. I mean, was never privileged to see him. That would just be, that'd be like the best thing ever. Yeah.
All that and whatnot.
Freddie Mercury, I mean, arguably the two best frontmen of all time.
Yeah.
I found a Michael Jackson glove on the street one time when I was a kid.
That's hilarious.
You found the fabled other glove.
And I kept it.
I would too.
Heck yeah.
So now I think I got to go back to all those stupid memes that asked me if I ever stole anything, and I guess I might have.
You stole someone's Michael Jackson glove.
I mean, is it stealing? They left it somewhere.
Nah, it's not stealing.
No, not if it's on the street.
Sounds like a donation.
Okay, I like you guys.
That sounds like a donation to me.
Yeah, like my parents found me on the street and it wasn't considered kidnapping, so.
Sheesh.
Damn.
Get this man some mac and cheese.
With the chicken strips.
All right, so
The
party is over. This is going to be available on Bandcamp in about 2 hours from now, and then on the other streaming platforms soon. Is that
within like the next month? Yes.
Come on.
Next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, District Kid's really weird with that kind of thing. And like our delay kind of sucked, but we're hoping that it'll be within like a week or two that it'll be on like Spotify and Apple Music and all that good stuff.
I'm gonna go.
Well, there's definitely a little more room on Spotify now.
Yeah.
Oof.
Apparently,
Too
yeah.
soon.
Listen, Jonna will attest to this over in the comment box there. I copied and pasted the post from one of the news places that said that Neil Young was saying, "Hey, it's me or him." And like as soon as I saw it, and I said, "Well, apparently Neil Young's going to be not on Spotify's," and they're like, "Oh, it's already pulled."
Yeah.
So it was like
it happened real quick,
man.
and then like a couple other people. But
Why is Neil Young stuff like not on Spotify anymore?
because he doesn't want to be on a platform that Joe Rogan is on.
Why?
That's why.
it's because like
Try not to get political in this answer.
Yeah. It's a touchy subject.
I'm just trying to figure out what actually happened.
All right, so Joe Rogan has been not like an anti-vaxxer, but not real supportive of getting the vaccine.
Okay.
And Neil Young basically said that he's putting out false information that's going to get people killed, and he doesn't want to be on the same platform as somebody doing that. That's a summary.
That's about it.
Cool.
So Spotify said, "Okay, don't be here," and they pulled him.
Spotify gave him like 100 million or whatever the freak.
Yeah,
that's a lot of
they're
money.
paying Joe Rogan a lot of money.
So, you know, they're not just going to be like, okay, Neil Young, we will do what you say. Like, I don't know, man. You better put your albums on Bandcamp. Like Skies of Terra did.
Yeah, next to The Party Is Over.
Right? The party is over.
Coming out February 3rd.
Yeah, it's like the party is over, and then Neil Young.
Well, I mean, he's gonna have to build a following at Bandcamp, right?
He's going to have to build his own scene. If you know
Yeah,
what I mean.
he's gonna have to open for us.
He's gonna have to get on OnlyFans.
Yikes.
Speaking of, you can get your very own OnlyFans t-shirt on skiesofterror.com because of that. Or
It's hard. It's really
Here, I'll
hard.
do it for you.
Fingers don't make sense here.
Right. So.
Wait,
Is that actually a shirt now?
there.
yeah, it's that shirt. Him.
It's because my last name's Fan.
Fan. He's our biggest fan.
I know.
He's our only fan.
Our website is going to go through some changes today, too. So there should be some merch up in case
Oh.
people are interested.
The party's been over for Neil Young.
No.
There was a meme. It was great. It said like people from 70 and up complaining that it was people 70 and up. What is Spotify? People 69 to like 40. Neil Young's still alive. And then from 39 and younger, it was like, who's Neil Young?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
The disrespect.
I think the most Neil Young has gotten play over the past few years is when Jimmy Fallon does an impersonation of him.
That's funny.
You know, I read a couple articles and he was getting like 6 million plays a month on Spotify.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, Neil Young is like
So
a
what's that,
legend
like
within
$5?
himself. So
That's why I said there's more room for you guys now. About 6 million plays worth.
What a nice guy.
That equates to like 733 in US currency, right?
yeah, something like that. Yeah. At least for us.
0.0005 cents. You better believe it.
What to expect from the release?
It's really weird to see that coming up and it not being me typing it.
I bet that's like really weird. Yeah,
That may be a high number.
Yeah, so
I should just send a link to Jonna and let her come on too.
you might as well
Might as well.
bring that girl up on here.
I don't know if she will or not. Let's see what.
Is a party.
Join the party, Jonna.
Yeah, because it's about to be over.
Well, shall we answer what to expect from the release, boys?
Yeah, you can answer her question.
Oh wait, did she ask something? Oh, so what are the 6? Oh, okay. So you're gonna have wonderful tracks like Salt of the Earth, followed by an awesome track called Cloud Chaser, which is a nice little pop punk metal hardcore hybrid featuring Don Bucci from Alta View. And then following a redone version of Worlds Collide. And then you're going to hear an awesome little segue called The Clean Sky, which is one of my favorite tracks also.
Is it clean or clear?
Clean. We're going to go with clean. Right
Clean.
now.
I think the thing says clear.
A clear sky. Never mind. And then followed by With Your Butt. I mean, With Your Blood.
With your blood.
With Your Blood. WYB. And this is the soundtrack to the Jamestown Massacre. I'm here to start conspiracies, man.
We got a couple of different styles in the EP. I think it'll appeal to somebody.
the
You
pot.
know, somebody has something they'll like in the EP.
Yeah, this EP really shows off our diversity in what Skies of Terra is and what we make.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's almost like we're kind of starting to form our identity. We have different influences and different inspirations that we're
I'm
kind
in
of.
here somewhere. You guys are like looking at my unfinished ceiling.
There you are.
Look at this
Hello,
person.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Hi.
hello, hello.
I got it.
Let's all point. Let's try to point.
There we go. Oh, there we are.
I
Hi.
found it.
There she is.
Oh man, I messed up.
I
you
have
go.
like my
I don't
hair is
camera.
not done or anything, but
Mine's not done either. It's
Have
okay.
you seen-
Yeah,
Look at
mine's.
this.
Got my curtains.
you always
I-
have gorgeous hair.
I spent hours on
I
mine.
can tell. I can see this.
I just shake it and forget it.
Just shake it
You're
and
so
forget it.
lucky. My hair is like I have bedhead at 10 o'clock at night. How the does that happen?
That's awesome.
There we
Because
go.
you're in bed all day.
You know what? I will
Oh.
say this. Like normally I am in a robe or PJs. Bill and I have had these talks where I'm like, okay,
that's why
you
I said
can't
she
bring me
probably won't come on.
online if I am like not dressed. That's a thing now.
That's all right. I only have a shirt on right now, so it's not a big
I
deal.
literally have long johns on. I
And
still
that's
My
not
kind
the
of
first
person
time he
right
told
there.
us.
I've shown you
I-
guys.
I have this shirt on. I did have this on. Wait, no. Where is
This
it?
is-
I did have this. And you know where you can get this?
Where
Guys,
can
Not
you-
Terra.
on
Terra.com.
Terra.com. No, you
There
can't
we
get this
go.
at Terra.com because it was limited edition and people did not take advantage of the shop. And now
No
it's
way.
down and the party's over.
Glasses are crooked.
You're gonna have to wait until it comes back.
Someday that sweatshirt is going to be worth thousands of dollars.
One day.
I don't think
One day.
that's the shirt that Randy was wearing, and he had on the Last of a Dying Breed shirt, right?
You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You guys are like fam. There's just so much that you have going on.
We try our best.
There's video and photography and merch and music and like just see
And hats.
and hats
Yeah.
and
At
hats.
ldbpgh.com, you're gonna find stuff like photography, videography, graphic design done by Justin Townsend. You'll find such items such as the album art to the party.
Which way is it? It's that way. This guy.
Mate.
I still can't figure it out.
Again, you'll notice I have pointed to nobody.
You will. You'll point.
I'll point to Jonna.
Oh
That's simple.
man,
That's
nailed it.
Is it funny that I'm uploading the EP as
Oh
we're,
my
like,
goodness, it's a
talking?
kitty.
He was freaking out, so I figured I'd put him on screen.
You're uploading right now, Cletus.
Yeah,
I have a little
No,
black kitty.
insider information.
yeah.
Lizzie.
Hey, I have. What did I figure out? 4. I think 4 of the 5 songs on the EP now.
Nice.
Oof.
Or maybe did you send all of it? I think you may have said you sent all of it.
So then do we get to take these guys over to Friendly Fire next month? Well, this
Yes.
month. Oh my gosh.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
such a thing? For
You
those
guys-
uninformed, such as not myself.
Friendly Fire is whenever Bill and I go across the pond to the UK with our friends over at XRP Radio, and we take music that we like over there, and we duke it out. We battle it out. Totally, it's
and
They
an
have an
absolute.
They have an unfair advantage, though.
They do.
See,
See,
you've been listening to my shows. Every time I bring it up, I'm like, listen, we're losing because our U.S. friends don't come and vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll have, oh, well, this person's in the chat and they're from the US, but you're playing their music on this show today, right now.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
I will say though, I have a blast doing that show. Mostly because of
looks
the
fun.
interaction between Tiz and John.
He keeps
I-
fingering me.
I watched the last one you guys did, and it was pretty cool. I liked it.
Thank you.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have not gotten to hear all the tracks that are coming out for you guys in approximately 2 hours. So I probably won't listen in 2 hours because I'm old and I need my sleep. But tomorrow,
But
tomorrow,
I am still the
I'll be
oldest
down.
person on the video.
you're a few months younger than me, aren't you?
No, I'm older than you.
How old is everybody in here?
Uh-oh.
I'm 44.
See, I'm 45.
You're not
See?
44.
Older.
I
You're not 44. I refuse to believe that.
Listen, she has a son that's almost Liam's age.
I have a
Oh.
son that is like exactly
Damn.
Randy's age. Randy Cole.
Yeah.
These things
Yeah.
happen.
Who also
John, I
shot
was
video
18
for
when
Worlds Collide.
Liam was born.
That's true. That is correct. He did. You were what?
18 when Liam was born.
Damn.
I'm a late bloomer. That happens.
Yeah, Liam's the young buck.
I do not feel the youngest at
The
all.
Now,
young
how old are
heartthrob.
How old are you,
I'm 27.
Liam? Okay, that is my son's age.
That's getting up
See?
there. Yeah.
Yes,
My
that
back
is my
hurts.
oldest
I'm ready
age.
for bed.
Your back.
Dude, I'm
hurts.
Me all
telling
the time.
you,
It's
You
weird.
don't even know.
you hit 30 and just like the check engine light comes on.
Yeah.
The party
You
may
better
be
believe it.
starting to be over at that point.
Oh no.
But when you hit 40,
You don't care.
no,
I'm just
people
like,
are,
whatever.
people are
That actually
like,
sounds
how
wonderful.
can you be that direct? And I'm like, I don't care anymore. I'm old. I have a limited amount of time on this world. If I'm going to ask you out, then I'm going to ask you out. It's just that simple.
Listen, I
I
may
might
have-
have hit my
inspirational,
30s whenever I was
actually.
20 then.
I
I'm gonna do
may-
what I want.
Exactly.
you know what? We're gonna go off the air before I say what I'm about to say.
Uh-oh. That means it's
Stay
bad.
here.
It is not
The guys in the
PG-13.
video, stay here. But
Okay.
this has been episode number 73 of 3 Questions and a Song. It was very impromptu, very all over the place, and very much like a Pennsylvania rock show. My
I like
my
it.
name has been Bill, and you can check out Skies of Terra on their website.
And we will be
Which
changing
is
Bill's
right
name to Bill of Terra
there.
soon.
Skies of Terra, right there. So,
GuysofTerra.com is where you'll find us.
And you guys are on Bandcamp in 2 hours, correct?
yes.
Yep.
All right. So if you're watching this later than midnight, if it is already the
So
third,
it's yes, February
then
3rd.
it's time. Go check them
Ooh,
out.
Time traveling.
Again,
Give it
we
a
have a
listen.
DeLorean.
Give it a listen. Tell us how you think.
All right. With that said, we are going to go off the air, and I'm going to tell them what I told my students today.
Jeez.
So, have a good night.
Night, everyone.
Deuces.
Bye.